Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the South Jersey Shore, a welcoming and inclusive faith community. We kindly ask that you turn off your cell phones. Our service is open to all, visitors, friends, and members. Whether you're single, partnered, or a family of any type, we welcome you. Whether you are here in the sanctuary with us or watching at home, on live or on demand, may our time together be one of learning and celebration. My name is Pat Kennedy, and I'm your worship associate this morning. I'm a member of this congregation and currently serve it as a member of the writers group. I'm on the board and in the Margaret Circle. Our worship service today is led by Dr. Richard Speck. The Reverend Dr. Richard Speck is the retired district executive for the Joseph Priestley District of the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations. He was named Minister Emeritus in 2019. Previously, he served 9 years as a minister to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Vero Beach, Florida, before coming to the JPD in 2000. As acting district executive, and he served 14 years as district executive before retiring from full-time ministry in 2014. He graduated from Meadville Lombard Theological School with a doctorate in ministry in 1990. Richard continues to be active in social justice programs like Black Lives Matter. He conducts weddings, memorial services, and funerals, and continues preaching in area congregations. He is married to Janet Tillman and resides in Wilmington, Delaware. He enjoys making music, flying his own airplane, and creating stained glass art. Video of today's service will be available on our YouTube channel later today. To those gathered live on Facebook, we welcome your comments as well as your joys and sorrows on that platform. Please remember that this video will be on the internet, so do not share information best kept private. There are a few announcements for this week, but before we get to those, Karen York will share an update on this year's stewardship campaign.
Good morning. This is the 6th week. We're beginning to wind down in our Welcoming Possibilities Stewardship Drive. We've received 119,000 financial commitments from 33 families, which is 70% of our goal. Thank you to all who've submitted your pledge. Pledge cards are available in the foyer, or you can use the QR code in the brochure, also in the foyer, to send an electronic pledge. Saturday, we will be celebrating the end of the campaign with our fellowship dinner. I think you'll hear more about that, but you should sign up if you haven't, just so we have a head count of how many people to be prepared for. And our final announcement of our progress will be next week after the fellowship dinner. Thank you for your voluntary generosity.
And now for this week's announcements. This Thursday at 7 p.m. is the monthly meeting of the UUCSJS Board of Trustees. All are welcome to attend in person or via Zoom. If board members present could stand or raise their hands, please do so. You can see any board member for more information or to discuss your questions or concerns about this meeting. Next Saturday is our annual fellowship dinner. Sign-up sheets are in the foyer to let us know if you are coming and what dish you are bringing. Join us at 5:45 for social times with hors d'oeuvres, followed by a potluck dinner and entertainment. All are welcome. Join us next Sunday for an all-music service with guest musician Suzette Ortiz. Hailing from Puerto Rico, she is a gifted pianist, singer, arranger, recording artist, and composer who will bring her beautiful and uplifting music to this service. Welcome to worship.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with the spin, traveling in your world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do, do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The opening words that I have chosen for this morning are by Kate Steinberg. Beloved companions, we arrive in this place where all we have to do is breathe. We don't have to impress or convince or win over. We don't have to know the words, "It's okay, we didn't read the book," or pass that class, or carry that title, or meet that mark. We don't have to be anything but who we are. Here we rest in essence together, and to move into this communal rest, we lay down our burdens, our longing, our craving, our unmet need, our error, our regret, our sudden disappointment, our anxiety, our shame, our sheer exhaustion, our bewilderment, our bafflement, our burdening terror. All of this we lay down together today. And as we do this, may we be filled instead with presence. May we feel held in the comfort of our community. May we discover new compassion for ourselves and others. May we meet this moment with gentleness, ease, and gratitude for the air we breathe together, for these questions we ask together, for the justice we seek together, for the songs we sing together. So let us be present this day. Chalice lighting now.
Our chalice lighter today is Reverend Speck. We light this chalice for the ones who arrive disheveled, carrying questions, contradictions, grief half-healed, and dreams still raw. You desire a place that welcomes your becoming. Let this flame be that place. Not perfect, not possible, but without light. Please rise now in body or spirit and sing our gathering hymn, number 1024, When the Spirits Say Do.
We're going to sing Spirit Says Do, Spirit Says Sing, and Spirit Says Do with great feeling. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you gotta do, oh Lord. You gotta do when the Spirit says, Spirit says do. 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 Spirit says. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing, you gotta do, oh Lord. You gotta sing when the Spirit says, Spirit says sing. 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 You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you gotta do, oh Lord. You gotta do when the Spirit says, Spirit says do. 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 Spirit says do.
Oh, I gotta like catch my breath. I was dancing over there. So good morning, everyone. I'm gonna need a little help today with our time for all ages. Reverend Speck's sermon title gave me some inspiration for a little story I want to tell you. So once there was a community just like this one. They had people of all ages. They had music, they had laughter, they had big ideas. But one day something strange happened. They forgot what life was all about. They started arguing, they stopped listening, they stayed in their own little corners, and everything felt kind of stuck. You ever had a moment like that where you just felt off? Well, in this community, when everything felt stuck, one person did something a little silly. They started singing the Hokey Pokey. You remember how that goes, right? You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out. At first, people thought, that's ridiculous. But then one person joined in, and then another, and something began to change. So I thought I could get you all to give it a little try too. So you can stay seated and raise your hand if you want, or if you're feeling really inspired, you can stand up and get into it. You ready? So put your right hand in, put your right hand out, put your right hand in, and shake it all about. You do the Hokey Pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. I warmed them up for you. Excellent work. But now, here's the important part. In that community I was telling you about earlier, as they danced, they started to remember things. They remembered how to show up. They remembered how to include everyone. They remembered how to laugh together. And they remembered how to try again, even when things went wrong. It wasn't really about the dance. It was about putting their whole selves back into the circle. Not just the easy parts, but the real parts, the growing parts, the still learning parts. So I wonder, what part of you do you bring into this community? And is there any part of you that's still waiting to come in? It turns out the what it's all about part is showing up again and again with your whole self. So today, as we explore Hokey Pokey Theology, we'll keep wondering together, what does it really mean to put our whole selves in and turn ourselves about? So you all are going to do that with Reverend Speck, and the young people present are going to come downstairs with me for some chit-chatting, some games, some playing, and also a little Hokey Pokey. We'll meet in the foyer just outside the doors, but before we do that, we'll light our lantern. We light this lantern for our children and youth and for us, celebrating the flame of faith lighted in each of us, honoring the light each of us brings into the world, rejoicing in the community we create together.
We hold you in our love as you go, as you go. May your heart be at peace as you go. To nurture the spark of your precious life. We hold you in our love as you go. One more time. We hold you in our love as you go, as you go. And may your heart be at peace as you go. To nurture the spark of your precious life. We hold you in our love as you go.
A book is provided in the foyer in which you are invited to write whatever joys and sorrows you have as you enter. I will now read what you have shared. I got it. Thank you. You're awesome. I know.
She's awesome.
Asking for a prayer for deep comfort to my cousin Matthew, for his family and all who love him. Matthew Kane was one of the victims in the parking garage collapse in Philadelphia. He was such a generous, kind human who gave of himself, our love and comfort to his family. I am thankful for my loving, supportive family and UUCSJS family. I pray to spread joy and possibilities to any and all who dream of going after what they love. The peace and happiness is possible. Do it. Do it now. I know my cousin Matthew would agree with this 100%. Love to you all, from Gina. Great dinner at Doc's Oyster House with Dave and Beth Wiesner. Let's do it again real soon. Gary Lindenbaum. And Gary also writes, riding shotgun this morning with Dave on AV. Wish me luck. Good luck. Since I retired this year, I have been able to attend Margaret Circle, and it is a great way to get to know the women here a little more intimately. I love the ladies of UU. Tracy Catino. Let us share a quiet time together to reflect upon our week. During the musical interlude, you may come forward and place a pebble in the water to acknowledge a personal joy or sorrow.
Let us enter into a moment of reflection, prayer. We have come this day in both celebration and in sadness. As we understand what's happening in our larger world, we have war that is threatening to upend the world economy. We also are saddened to hear about the death of one killed in an accident in Philadelphia. But we also have joy of those who can enjoy good food together, or to retire and be able to join the women's group. We also know that there is tremendous support for this community through the stewardship that is concluding this week. And we rejoice at the coming of spring. All is in bloom, all is in bud. Life is a mixture of joy and sorrow, and it is in community where we receive the support for celebration or the support for the sadness which we have to carry. May the love of this community continue to reach out to those who drop their stones in the containers, knowing that their hearts may be heavy. Let this community continue being a community that reaches out, that comforts, that supports. For this is the true significance of a religious community. So let us now enter into a short silence, out of which will come our responsive song.
We have I can't hear this song. I love this song so much. Reverend Dr. Speck asked us to do this song, and I listened to it, and I had a hard time not crying listening to this song. And we do have the words up here for everyone if I can find where the note is. Give me a second. Cleared off the table the leftovers saved, washed the dishes and put them away. I have told you a story and tucked you in tight at the end of your knockabout day. As the moon sets its sails to carry you to sleep over the midnight sea, I will sing you a song no one sang to me, may keep you in good company. You can be anybody that you want to be. You can love whoever you will. You can travel any country that your wild heart needs, and know I will love you still. You can live by yourself. You can gather friends around. You can choose one special one. And the only are quiet and kind. Some race on ahead, some follow behind. We all grow in our own space and time. Some women love women, some men love men, some raise children, some never do. You can dream all the day, never reaching the end. Everything possible for you. You can be anybody that you want to be. You can love whoever you will. You can travel any country that your heart leads, and know I will love you still. You can live by yourself, you can gather friends around, you can choose one special one, and the only measure of your words and your deeds will be the love you leave behind when you are done. Don't be rattled by names, by taunts, by games. Seek out spirits strong and true. If you give this whole world the very best of yourself, it will return the same to you. You can be anybody that you want to be. You can love whoever you will. You can travel any country that your wild heart needs, and know I will love you still. You can live by yourself, you can gather friends around, you can choose one special one. The only measure of your words and your deeds will be the love you leave behind when you are done. Will be the love you leave behind when you are done.
Every week, we take up an offering during our service. It's good to remind ourselves from time to time that the offering is symbolic as well as practical. We know that it is through pledges that we build our budget and fund our yearly programs and ministries of worship and religious education, pay our staff and professional religious leaders, and finance the comfort and beauty of our building. If this is your first time visiting us today, feel free to let the basket pass, as your presence is gift enough. For those who are participating online, please visit uucsjs.org and click on the yellow Donate button for ways to donate. Our offering says that the act of giving is as essential to our spiritual well-being as anything else we do here on Sunday mornings. The morning offering will now be given and received in the spirit of grateful fellowship.
When I submitted the order of service, I also included a reading that would precede the worship, the sermon. And so I'm going to give you that. It's an excerpt from Maybe, Maybe Not by Robert Fulghum. When I taught philosophy, I began a course by walking into the room after the students were seated and announcing, "We're now going to play musical chairs." The only further instruction was, "Please arrange your chairs and get ready to play." No student ever asked why. Ever. And no student ever asked how to play. They knew the rules as surely as they knew hide and seek. Always the same response. The students enthusiastically arranging the chairs in a line with the seats alternating directions, then stood encircling the row of chairs. Ready, ready, ready. All I had to do was to punch up the Stars and Stripes Forever on the tape machine, and the students marched around the chairs. Mind you, these were seniors in high school. They hadn't played musical chairs since second grade, but they still knew how and jumped into the game without hesitation. Musical chairs, all right. After removing a few chairs, I stopped the music. There was a mad scramble for the remaining chairs. Those without chairs were stunned. They knew how this game worked. Music stops, get a chair. How could they not have a chair so soon? They had the "How dumb can I be" written on their faces. Too bad. They were losers. Out against the wall. Only a game. Music continues. Students march around, chairs removed. Stop! Students go crazy trying to get a chair this time. As the game goes on, the quest for chairs turns serious, then rough. Girls are not going to fight jocks for chairs. Losers to the wall. Down to 2 members of the wrestling team who are willing to push, knee, kick, or bite to be the last person in the chair. A look of triumph, and by jerking the chair out from, lost my place. This is war, stop. And by jerking the chair out from under his opponent, one guy slams down into the last chair, a look of triumph on his face, hands raised high with fingers signaling number one, number one. Well, the last student in the last chair always acted as if the class admired him and his accomplishment. He got the chair. I'm a winner. Wrong. Those losers lined up against the wall thought he was a jerk. Admiration? Hardly. Contempt is what they felt. This was not a game. Games are supposed to be fun. This got too serious, too fast, like high school life and real life. Did they want to play again? A few of the jocks did, but not the rest of the class. It all came back to them now. Big deal. I insisted, play one more time with one rule change. Musical chairs as before, but this time, if you don't have a chair, sit down in someone's lap. Everybody stays in the game. It's only a matter of where you sit. The students are thinking, well, okay. Chairs are reset. Students stand ready. Music starts and they march. Chairs are removed. Stop! There is a pause in the action. The students are really thinking it over now. Do I want a chair myself? Do I want to sit in someone's lap or have someone sit in mine? And who? The class gets seated, but the mood has changed. There is laughter, giggling. When the game begins again, there is a change of pace. Who's in a hurry? When the number of chairs is sufficiently reduced to force 2 to a chair, a dimension of grace enters in as the role of sittee or sitteur is clarified. Oh, no, you please. After you. Some advanced planning is evident as the opportunity to sit in the lap of a particular person is anticipated. As the game continues and more people must share one chair, a kind of gymnastic dance form develops. It becomes a group accomplishment to get everybody branched out onto needs. Students with organizational skills come to the fore. It's a puzzle to solve now. Big people on the bottom first. Put your arms around him. Sit back. Easy, easy. When there is one chair left, the class laughs and shouts in delight as they all manage to use one chair for support now that they know the weight can be evenly distributed. Almost always, if they tumbled over, they'd get up and try again until everyone was sitting down. A triumphant moment for all, teacher included. The only person who had a hard time with this paradigm shift was the guy who won the first time under the old rules. He lost his bearings, didn't know what winning was now. As a final step in this process, I would tell the class we would push to one more round. The music will play, you will march, and I will take away the last chair. When the music stops, you will all sit down in a lap. Can't be done, they said. Yes, it can, said I. So once more they marched and stopped. What now? Everyone stand in a perfect circle. All turn sideways in place as if you were going to walk together in a circle. Take a single step into the middle so that we have a tight circle now with each person in the group belly side to back side with the person ahead of them. Place your hands on the hips of the person in front of you. On the count of 3, very carefully guide the person onto your knees at the same time as you very carefully sit down on the knees of the person behind you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, sit. They all sat. No chair. I have played the game in this way with many different groups of many ages and varied settings. The experience is always the same. It's a problem of sharing diminishing resources. This really isn't kid stuff. And the questions raised by musical chairs are always the same. Is it always to be winners, losers? Is it to be a winners, losers world? Or can we keep everyone in the game? Do we still have what it takes to find a better way? Come on, wake up, wake up. Well, I want to thank you for inviting me back again. And Kit, I appreciate you. Where are you? Where's your hat? Oh, there you are. Okay, I appreciate you picking me up at the airport. Given the world-shaking events of the past few weeks, I thought that a light-hearted sermon might be the thing for us to have today. Hopefully, we will have a momentary pause to enjoy some fun and learn about how to live our lives. So how many of you remember any childhood songs? I remember London Bridge. London Bridge is falling down, da 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 da. and three blind mice. Three blind mice, three blind mice. Ba, 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 ba. We sang these as kids. I'm assuming you did too. There were many songs that involved some dance movement. One that I've always been fond of performing is the Hokey Pokey. As a child, it seemed that it had been a song that was with us always. It was always there. But I found out in doing research for this sermon that the song is just over 75 years old. I ran across an article telling the story of the song. It was entitled, "Creator of the Hokey Pokey Dies," and is dated April 13th, 1996, by the Associated Press. This is what the article said. Every school child in America knows the Hokey Pokey. But you put your right foot in, you put your right foot out. I can't put my foot there. It's kind of hard. I guess I could. Well, you know what it's all about. What you might not know is who wrote the song. Larry LaPrise, a.k.a. the Hokey Pokey Man, in this article, died last week at age 83 in Boise, Idaho, after a career that brought him no fame, modest fortune, and a job with the Postal Service. That's right, someone actually wrote the Hokey Pokey. For many baby boomers and their children, and I'm a baby boomer, the Hokey Pokey is simply part of the national legacy, right up there with Mother Goose and Twister. The Hokey Pokey, it turns out, isn't so old after all. LaPrise, a Detroit native whose full name was Roland Lawrence LaPrise, concocted the song along with two fellow musicians in the late 1940s for the après-ski crowd at a nightclub in Sun Valley, Idaho. The group, the Ram Trio, recorded the song in 1949. In 1953, band leader Ray Anthony bought the rights and recorded the Hokey Pokey on the B-side of another novelty record, the Bunny Hop. Everybody was doing the Bunny Hop before long, which meant that everybody was doing the Hokey Pokey, observed LaPrise's daughter, Linda Ruby. There followed a steady succession of recordings. After the Ram Trio disbanded in the 1960s, LaPrise, by then a father of 6, went to work for the post office in Ketchum, Idaho. At about the same time, country star Ray Acuff's publishing company bought the rights to the Hokey Pokey. Now, there are several versions of the song that I have seen. All of them have the participants putting various parts of their anatomy into and out of the circle. You use your hands, your feet, your shoulders, your hips, your head, your tongue, your hair, your backside, and the whole self. The song can go on for many, many verses until the music stops or the dancers give out. It is a very physical dance with people twirling around with their hands in the air after every verse, you know? Now, if I thought ahead, I would have had it queued up for us to hear a few verses of that. Maybe I'll play that at the very end. I have it on my iPad. Or we'll do it without the music. We know it. Have you ever thought that this song is a metaphor for our lives? No. Well, now you'll hear about that. In a way, it does represent what happens to us. We each start out life tentatively exploring the world around us. As babies, we like to touch different objects and marvel at what they might be. Haven't you seen a baby curiously try to grasp a rattler or a ball? What does that baby do with it? It tries to touch it, taste it, smell it, and see it. Then the baby's attention will be taken by some new object, and the old one will be forgotten for the moment. Well, like the lyrics to the song, we gradually put a part of ourselves out into the world around us, and then we withdraw it. Whether it is our physical presence or our emotions and feelings, we aren't sure whether to go forward, retreat, or stand pat. We place an idea on the table in a discussion, and we see what happens when we are young. If we are growing up in a healthy environment, then we might have our thoughts and feelings respected instead of ridiculed. This is the part of the song where you put part of yourself into the circle and you shake it all about. We gain confidence in our abilities to handle more complex concepts or situations in life. We are learning about the process of living, and that's what it's all about. As we mature, we can accept greater risk in whatever we are doing if we have gained confidence that we will not be rejected. We can put larger parts of our bodies into that dance of life. However, some of us have experienced negative rejection at our very early ages that can take a lifetime to overcome. Some of us never fully do resolve the dilemmas that confronted us as youth. Maybe we were small of stature, uncoordinated, shy, or timid. Maybe we were told we couldn't sing, act, think, or dance. These early rejections stay with us and help shape who we think we are. When I was young, due to being small, I was one of the last kids to be picked for neighborhood sports. I couldn't throw far, I couldn't run fast, and I couldn't catch the ball well. So I was sent to the far outfield where I was allowed to play, when I was allowed to play. Not much was expected of me when I came to bat. If I got on base, it was a small miracle. Well, the same thing happened in football and basketball. I was not wanted as a player. I had put my hand in the circle and I had it thrown back out. As a result, to this day, I am apathetic to all organized sports, including the Eagles and the Phillies. I know that them's cuss words here. I don't care to watch sports or read about sports or participate in any organized one. I watch the Super Bowl for the commercials and the halftime show. Now, what would have been different if I had been shown a sport in which I could have performed well? Think of all my attitude, my whole attitude around that would have been different. Think of all the kids growing up now and how our actions as parents or grandparents or friends will affect them. We are the role models they look to for guidance in this dance of life. Are we helping those we love to enjoy this dance, or are we creating wallflowers? Our morning reading tells of a different dance, musical chairs. Robert Fulghum explains a way for everyone to win in the game by cooperating together. Instead of competing, everyone can sit down on a lap even though no chair remains. It is a new way of viewing life, one of helping one another. He asks the questions which we can ponder in our own lives. Is it always to be a winners-losers world? Or can we keep everyone in the game? Do we still have what it takes to find a better way? As the Hokey Pokey says, That's what it's all about. We can live our lives doing the best we know how and not looking at what the other is doing. We can seek new ways of working together to solve our mutual problems in life. We don't need to compare ourselves or postpone being happy because we haven't reached a certain point in the dance. An anonymous writer commented upon how we humans are always looking to the future to becoming complete. This person said, quote, "We convince ourselves that life will be better after we get married, have a baby, and then have perhaps another. Then we are frustrated that the kids aren't old enough, but maybe we'll be more content when they are. When that day comes, we become frustrated with the new and different ideas that go along with having teenagers. We will certainly be happy when they pass this stage and become nice people as we originally planned. And on that day, we tell ourselves that our life will be complete when we get our act together, pay off the mortgage, own a newer car with less repair requirements, or we have the ability to go on a nice vacation, when we retire and those problems are behind us. The truth is there's no better time to be happy than right now. If not now, when? Life will always be full of challenges. And conquering those challenges is what true happiness surely must be. If this were to be untrue, there would be no challenge to life. So no matter how unhappy you may think you are, think of this and decide to be happy anyway. There's a quote from one Alfred D. Souza in which he says, "For a long time, it had seemed to me that life was about to begin, real life. But there has always been some type of obstacle in the way, something needing to be gotten through first, some unfinished business, time still to be served, a debt to be paid, if you will. Then life would begin. At last it dawned on me that these obstacles were my life. Let us use this perspective to help us see that happiness is the way, the best way to happiness. So treasure every moment that you have, and treasure it because you shared it with someone special enough that you would share your life and spend your time with them. And remember that time waits for no one. So, stop waiting until you finish school, until you go back to school, or you lose 10 pounds, or you gain 10 pounds. Don't wait until you have kids or until your kids leave the house, until you start work or you stop work when possible, until you get married, until you wish you weren't married, until Friday night, until Sunday morning, maybe the next time Haley's Comet goes by, until you got to have a new car or home, until your car or the new roof is paid off, until spring, until summer, until fall, until winter, until the 1st or the 15th, until your song comes on, or you've had a drink, until you've sobered up. And please not until you die. Is there any time than right now to be happy? Happiness is a journey, not a destination. So the thought for the day: work like you don't need money, love like you've never been hurt, and dance like no one's watching. When we do the hokey pokey of life, we need to dance like no one's watching with carefree abandon. We need to live our lives as fully as we know how, not worrying about what others think of us, but living our ethical principles in the attempt to bring more goodness into the world. We can throw ourselves fully into this dance and enjoy all of the various steps as we go through. Will we stumble and lose our place from time to time? Yeah, we will. It's part of what makes us human. Now, there's a hymn that pertains to what we are talking about today, and we'll sing that a little bit later. It was written by Rick Maston over 35 years ago, and it describes life as a dance. I first heard it performed by Rick in Birmingham, Alabama, when he gave a poetry reading at the Unitarian Church. And this was when I was still a layperson. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. The dance of life has its various steps that we all perform. We are born, we grow up, we get old, and eventually die. We have happy and sad times, laughter and pain, sunshine and rain in our lives, but still we keep on dancing. We keep on putting one foot in, one hand in, sometimes putting our whole body into the dance. We lose our place and we rest for a moment before rejoining the music. Round and round we go again. Let it be a dance. Now I have a plaque. Did I bring it with me? Yes, I did. I found which asked the question, what if the hokey pokey really is what it's all about? If it is, then we Unitarian Universalists are prepared to accept this new version of reality, because we have already been dancing the theological dance that states that it is the journey that matters, not the destination. And we will have a grand time during that dance. So let's all do the hokey pokey, turn ourselves around, because that is what it's all about. So you want to do it?
Oh, yeah.
You got the music?
No,
All right.
I got the music in me.
Okay.
Yes.
So as you are willing and able, we will do a little hokey pokey before we do our closing hymn.
Now, does everybody know their right from their left? Because I'm still challenged. Yeah. Okay. Is it dun 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 dun? You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in and shake it all around. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Here we right. Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in and shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. The whole self. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about. Thank you for humoring me. Our closing hymn
is number 311, Let It Be a Dance. So rise in body or spirit as we sing Let It Be a Dance.
Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Let a dancing song be heard. Play the music, say the words, and fill the sky with sailing birds. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Learn to follow, learn to lead. Feel the rhythm, feel the need. To reap the harvest, plant the seed. Let it be a dance. Everybody turn and spin. Let your body learn to bend. And like the willow in the wind. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. A child is born, the old must die. A time for joy, time for cry. Take it as it passes by. Let it be a dance. Morning star comes out at night. Without the dark, there is no light. If nothing's wrong, then nothing's right. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let the sun shine, let it rain. Share the laughter, bear the pain. And run around we go again. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance.
Hooray! Our closing words, adopted from Kendall Gibbons. There is finally only one thing required of us, that is to take life whole, the sunlight and shadows together, to live the life that is given us with courage and humor and truth. We have such a little moment out of the vastness of time for all our wandering and loving. Therefore, let there be no half-heartedness. Rather, let the soul be ardent in its pain, in its yearning, in its praise. Let us live life to the fullest, so that when our final breath is drawn, we may smile and laugh and say that it has been good and full of love for each of us. Amen.
Amen.
We're going to extinguish the chalice right now. I needed to be reminded.
Let us read the words together for extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Ooh. That's part of the song, right?
hear, it is part of the song. I'm not hearing this puppy.
Okay.
Can you hear it? You know, I'll just do that. Try that again.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, while I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
We warmly welcome all of you visiting us today. Now let us share in a moment of silent reflection to consider today's message and the meaning it has in our lives.